If you have one parent that's still alive, man, you are lucky. If you have both parents still alive, man, you are mega blessed. I know parents can be sometimes a pain in the ass. We could be a pain in the ass too as kids. But I will give anything to see my mom and dad just for 1 second. But when my mother was here, damn, she embarrassed the hell out of us. There were times she did things that I now know it was all to take care of us. But as a kid, man, it was so embarrassing. I mean, we faced some serious food insecurities. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, yeah, that was a crapshoot. You'd be blessed to even get one of those. So here's the thing. When your mother or father, or your parents, period, try to do something for you, and you look at it as embarrassing, the way they make their money, the way they talk, and you hate them because they're embarrassing. But these are the same people taking care of you. See, my mother did that kind of stuff that I thought was super embarrassing. One day she called me and my brother to her. She said, I need you to take this note down the street to the lady on the corner and just give it to her. Don't open it. Don't read it. Just give it to her. So we got up, headed out the door with the note. And of course, I'm going to read it. I could read. Hell, I don't know what she's asking this lady. And I'm curious. So was my brother. So we opened it and I read it. And I'm like, man, I ain't doing this shit. I ain't taking this down there. I'm not giving her this note. He said, man, let me read it. He said, oh, hell no, man, we can't take this down there. He said, man, we're going to be the laughing stock of the block. We can't do this, man. Oh, no, I'm not, we're going to tell her that we gave it to her and she said she don't have anything. Yeah, that's what we can do that. We go down there, we get near the house. We still walking toward the house because I know I didn't want to do it, but I knew my mother would call her and say, did my boys bring a letter to you? And of course she would say no. And then we would get ass stumped. So, man, shit, we got to do it, man. We got to take it to her. So we knocked on the door. She opened the door. We gave her the letter and we stood there. She read it and she said, just a minute. Wait right here. And we waited. She came back with a few bags of food. Because the note said, dear Miss So-and-so, if you can, please, can you spare some food out of your refrigerator and your cabinet? My children are hungry. Now, she had kids that we played with. Not all the time, but we were all in the neighborhood. We played with them. And we knew they would tell everyone they were begging them for food. No, I didn't want that. I'd rather go hungry. I'd rather starve than have them people know that we were begging for food. But my mother, she had no time for that pride. She had looked for work, found a little piece of job here and there, but it was never enough. And now she had us out there begging for food. It was embarrassing. My buddies would have clowned me if they ever found out. And later they did. And they clowned us. But I was just so glad this was a one-off thing, will never happen again. But 2 weeks later, there we were walking down there again with that letter. And I was like, man, I can't do it this time, Tiggy. I can't give this woman this letter, man. This note. We're begging for food. And he was like, man, you know, mama gonna put a book whooping on us if we don't. I said, man, fuck it, I'll take the whooping. I said, nah, let's just do it, man. Let's just give it to her and just get this stuff over with. We knocked on the door, and this time the lady came to the door and she said, boys, I'm sorry. Tell your mama I can't do this no more. Please don't send y'all down here with another no, because it's gonna be no. Now, My mother was disappointed by that, but I was relieved because I knew now we don't never have to come back and begging for food. We never had to come back. We were done. We went back almost gleeful, like, Mom, Miss So-and-so says she can't spare. She can't do it. What? Did you? We took the note. You can call her. She said she can't do it anymore. Don't send us back. She said it's always going to be no's. You don't have to send us back. Now I was relieved. My brother was relieved, but my mother headed for the bedroom, super depressed. And this was when my father was still alive. He was out getting drunk, getting drinks on credit, which always became a problem. Became a big problem later. And me and my brother, that same day, we walked out the door like, man, we got to try to earn some money. I'm 9 and he's 8. We got to earn some money, man. We got to bring some food in this house. And he was like, man, what we going to do, man? Nobody going to give us no job. I said, well, we can try to pick up trash in front of people's businesses. We can, I don't know, if they got a lawnmower, we can cut their grass. We can wash their car. I don't know. We got to do something, man. We can't fucking go hungry, right? Daddy out there fucked up. Mama falling apart. And everybody fucking starved. We had 9 of us, man. What we gonna do? We can't fucking go in the stores. All the stores know us. We in stove for them forever. But we got into a rock fight with some guys that we had met along the way trying to find a place to make some money. You know, where you guys go to, man? Oh, man, and then somebody started throwing rocks, and now we forget all about the food because we're having fun throwing rocks at each other. Not trying to hurt each other, a little simple rock fight. And we took that rock fight all the way up there to Jefferson Street, where this supermarket sat. And we were in the back of that supermarket throwing rocks at each other. And my brother, we hid behind the dumpster. Toogie hid behind the dumpster. And when he hid behind the dumpster, he could see in the little sliding door. And he said, hey, stop. Everybody stop. Wait. And everybody's still hitting him with rocks. He said, wait, man, goddamn it, stop. He said, Pelly, look. And we ran up to the dumpster. I thought he saw a body. I didn't know, because we did live in that kind of neighborhood. We looked in there. I said, oh, shit. Where all this stuff come from? And he was like, man, it's still good. And my buddy's like, man, y'all gonna eat that shit? That's old. That's garbage. I said, man, this ain't garbage. It's still in the packages. There was honey buns. There was pies. There were cookies. There was bread. Some of it was molded. I said, but what about the part that's not molded? That's still good. Oh, look at these oranges. Look at these lemons. So we started putting that shit in our pocket and we put it on our shirts. We're like, we got to go home and we got to tell Mama, look at this food. We took all that dumpster food. But I knew my buddies, I knew they would clown me if they didn't get part of it. I knew they had to eat some of it. Because if they didn't eat some of it, they were going to laugh at us forever. So I took one of those honey buns. I said, man, look, this honey bun is still good, man. Hey, you want some? He's like, I ain't eat no damn garbage. I said, man, it's not garbage, man. It's still fresh. It's still in the package. I said, you know you love honey buns, man. Look at extra icing on it. You got to get you a bite. And he did it. He took a piece. And now he can't say we're garbage eaters because he's a garbage eater. Even just one bite made him a garbage eater. And he knew that. I knew that. We all knew that. And we tried to get the other guys. A few of them took a few bites here and there. But me and my brother, we were shoving shit in our mouth right there because we were starved. So we run home and like, oh man, we came through the back door. We laid all our little bounty on the table. Like, look, y'all, look. And everybody, woo, they came out of the bedrooms, out of the living room. Where y'all get this food from? I said, it's free. My mother come, what y'all talking about in here? I said, Mama, look at all this food. I'm 9, my brother's 8. I said, Mama, this food, it's a lot of it. We can go back and get more. She said, where y'all get it from? I said, we got it from the dumpster. Everybody still grabbed. I said, you got to wash that off because some of that's got slob and stuff on it. And Mama said, you got to where? I said, in the dumpster. It's a whole dumpster full of food behind the store, the supermarket. And my mother just walked away looking sad. And I asked my sister, Rosie, what's wrong with Mama? And she said, fool, Mama don't want y'all eating out the garbage. I said, who cares? It's still good. Damn, we trying to do something to help the family. Yeah, my family eventually ate some of that shit. We all did. I don't remember Mama eating none, but we all ate. The next day, I said, hey, man, You know where we going? First thing in the morning, it was summer school out. The summer was out. You know, school was out for the summer. And we was like, let's get that damn dumpster, man. You gonna hit that dumpster. Hit that mug early morning. Because we figured they would be throwing stuff out at night. It'll be in the morning. We got to get there before the garbage man get there. And sure enough, this time we had pillowcases. We didn't have any bags, but shit, we ain't going grocery shopping. So we had pillowcases, and we loaded our pillowcases up with somewhat moldy grapefruits and apples, oranges all small, soft and shit. But hey, you know, the packaged food. Even though some of it was slightly out of date, we loaded those pillowcases up with it. Now this time my buddies are not with us. We came home and we washed off what we could and we ate. The next day, we go up there expecting to get more food. And there was a chain and a padlock on the dumpster. And my heart sunk. I said, oh, these motherfuckers are locked. Who locks the dumpster up? My brother said, man, we can probably break it. I said, no, man. They gonna hear us out here banging on this damn lock. I said, maybe we can go ask the manager. Maybe he won't mind. And my brother said, damn, man, think. Who you think told him to lock it? The manager. They ain't gonna give us shit, man. And then it hit me. I said, oh, you think that lady, the first day, you think she told? See, she could have, because there was this woman watching us eating out the garbage, taking all that stuff out the dumpster. And that was it. Our way of feeding our family. I have 9, my brother 8. We couldn't steal from the neighborhood because the neighborhood stores knew who we were and what we were there to do. See, we were banned from a couple of stores. We had stole some candy bars, but not bread, not honey buns, not biscuits, none stuff like that. This was food. And that shut that whole operation down. And as I got older, finding it challenging to feed my children, even though I worked like a damn slave on overtime, I had trouble, big trouble feeding my family, keeping us in a home, utilities, car, repairs. It was a struggle to see maybe we got to go to the Goodwill to get a few things because we don't have enough money for, you know, Atlantic Spartan, which was like a Target back then. We don't have enough even for that cheap shit. But you know what we did have? With everybody pitching in trying. And I realized how hard it was on my mother. That it's easy to judge your parents when you're a kid because you ain't doing shit but just being a kid, especially when you were young as we were. So let me tell you something. You know, give your parents some slack. Yeah, your daddy may be fucking up and your mama may be fucking up too. But guess what? If they doing some embarrassing shit to help you, you fucking better be grateful. You don't know what it takes to lower yourself, to beg to feed your kids. My mother did. After trying to find work and not finding anything meaningful, she resorted to begging to feed us. Her father, he was a drunk. He had gave up. In so many ways, he just gave up. Life had beat him down to the nub. So here's what we can do as children. For those of us, I don't have them, but maybe some of you guys do. You got your parents. First thing you fucking better do is go tell that man and that woman that's your parents, hey, mom, I love you. And give her a kiss on the cheek. And she said, oh, what's that for, honey? It's for you because you are amazing, mama. You don't need no goddamn Mother's Day for that. Just do it. Hey, Pops, how about if we go down to the river and throw a line or two out? I ain't got no money for no bait. I got it, Dad. Maybe y'all can get a beer on the way back or whatever the fuck y'all do. Yeah, I'm not recommending you to drink if you don't drink, but hell, if you do, you're going to do it anyway. Give your parents a break. Because a lot of times they are broken. They're fucking spirits to help you, to take care of you. That's all I ask for you guys to do. And I'm sure a lot of you do show a ton of appreciation. But there's no limit to you showing your appreciation. There's no limit. Be grateful for your parents. Don't be embarrassed of them? Are you serious? Trust me, my father did some shit that we should have been embarrassed. We were embarrassed, and probably, but I ain't going into that. Maybe that's another video. But think about that. Think about what you have. If you still have even one parent, pawn over that parent, love them more than you can imagine. Because one day they're not gonna be there. But while you have them, show them that you love them. I'll see you guys in the next video.